we got a artistic one for you this week.
That's right. Baby girl, The Rock.
I feel like I look like The Rock, or also, did you ever watch Doug?
Yeah, sure.
There was that like one beatnik girl. I believe she was purple.
Today on the show, we have Yayah joining us.
And we talk all about art. San Francisco. Who killed Heclina?
Sacramento.
Drag
families. Making music.
And Dipper's shirt. Enjoy.
Yayah, the artist.
M.
Oh.
M. Mom!
When your first choice is a big old bus,
You turn around and boom, you end up with a sloppy seconds. Oh, diva. Our number is 213-536-9180. Our email is sloppysecondspot@gmail.com. Now on with the show. How you slops used to be you now so you dirty. Welcome to Sloppy Second with Big Dipper Meatball. Meatball, that's Big Dipper.
Hello.
Hello.
Slay Diva.
Hello, how are you?
Hi, Queen.
Yes, work, mama.
Guess what The Rock is cooking?
Farts.
Oh, you're cooking up some farts.
I'm tootin'. Now, is this a new shirt? I've never seen you in something that isn't a free t-shirt that you got for free from someone or a company. So, what is this?
It's a t-shirt?
That you purchased with your own money?
Yeah.
Anything else?
No.
What's going on with you? Buying things all of a sudden?
You're mad that I bought a t-shirt?
I'm just confused as to why.
Well, maybe constant belittling about my fashion choices has led me to succumb to the peer pressure of my co-host to purchase the shirt. Do you like the shirt?
Yeah, it's nice. I'm just confused because you wouldn't. Are you wearing real shorts too today, or is it still sweatpants?
No, they're sweatshorts.
Okay.
But they coordinate in a nice way.
I didn't even notice. I'm noticing now. I'm seeing you now for the first time.
You haven't
today.
looked at me. We've been together for 45 minutes.
But I haven't looked once.
Well, amazing.
Right.
Bonjour.
Well, now...
Bonjour to you.
And bonjour to you.
But I was in Chicago recently.
Sure.
And I wanted to go to get a coffee. And I went down the street from where I was staying, and there was a intelligentsia. So I knew the line there was going to be really long. And I sort of peeked in, and it was busy. And then across the street was a little French bakery. And I went in there to get a coffee, and the coffee was mid, and the service was awful, but the croissant was incredible.
And that's sometimes the sacrifice you make.
And I was like, they better be French. You know what I mean?
I've been going to a new coffee shop.
You said to cut it out.
Cut it out. Okay.
She's in love with the barista.
Speaking of something that you couldn't miss if you were looking at it, we have a drag artist from the Bay. She's probably making fun of you on her TikTok. Make some noise for Yayah the artist!
Yayah!
Hey.
Hi.
Hello.
How are y'all?
Good. How are you?
I'm doing well.
Thanks so much for being here.
Thank you for having me.
In full regalia.
I know you're, and I need everyone to know shoes are on. She's in heels. Tights.
Shoes.
Probably padded.
No.
No.
Baby girl, if you were playing the cuntiest game of pastel chess, this is the queen of hearts, no less. There are no hearts in chess.
Sure.
It did rhyme, but I had to go there.
I've never played chess.
Oh, or checkers?
That's the little, like,
Okay.
right? That's the easier version, right?
Yeah,
Yes.
checkers is like just the
And
little
then
circle.
I've
backgammon
done
is
that.
like the harder one with more math.
I don't know.
I don't know what that
backgammon.
is.
You don't play games?
No. Well, not those kind.
Psychological.
Psychological warfare over here.
How are you? How was the drive?
It was nightmarish. So we came from Sacramento to LA, and we started on 99, and then there was like a dust storm. So they like evacuated 99 and moved us to 5, and then it was raining, and it was...
Oh, like someone did that? Not like you.
Well, like
You
the
flipped the
phone,
Google
the phone
Maps
was
up.
like, go.
And we
Do
do what
that.
our phone
Don't go
says.
through- yeah.
And we do what our phone says.
Yeah.
Well, that drive, I do it every time I do Fat Slut up there because
Yeah.
I bring the jellos and all the merch and everything. And it's just like I could imagine just falling asleep at the wheel. It's
Yeah.
just long and there's nothing to do.
And it can be an easy, nice drive. Like
Yeah, it could
if
be
you've
like
got
a quick
like
5 hour,
if
you
you've
go
got
at
a
the
good
right time.
playlist
Yeah.
and a good podcast, like it works. But last night was It was
man.
brutal.
And you came at night?
Yeah.
No.
It took us like 8 hours.
I always leave. I try to always leave at like 8 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah.
Because at least you can get like halfway to LA and then maybe hit traffic.
Right.
But I also have an electric car and I have to stop to charge it twice. And
Oh,
that takes time.
that's rough.
Yeah.
Yeah. We were gonna leave early, but then I had a show the night before, and we didn't get home until like 4 a.m. So we could not wake up
Well,
that
how is
early.
that possible? If all the bars in San Francisco or Sacramento close at 2.
Well, because I don't live in San Francisco. I work in the Bay Area, but right now I live in Sac, and
The sack
the Sac
is where the
of
balls
California.
are kept.
Exactly.
Exactly.
So that's like a 2-hour drive, and then we
Oh my
finished at like
God.
2. So.
Whoa. Wait, what is Sacramento like? I literally have never been.
I think I went once.
That's a loaded question.
Why?
Um,
A loaded
lot of
question from
cum
the
dump.
Sac.
it's Sacramento. You're not missing anything.
Okay. It is the state capital, is it not?
It is. It's very corporate. It's not a very like creative, exciting cultural hub. Of,
Is there a scene there?
it's a small scene? Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
And do you do stuff there or no?
no
Why
Who
not?
does? Who does?
It's too
Name
small.
names.
name
Who
names?
does stuff there?
Oh gosh, I don't even know anymore. It's been so long.
But you,
The wizard.
we were talking to someone in Sacramento about trying to do some gigs and shows and things there. A long time ago.
Possibly. I don't.
You
I've
don't read.
I don't read my emails and I don't know what's going on ever. I feel like I know. Is Bijou Bentley from Sacramento? Or is she
She's
from like
like Stockton or
I don't even know what that is. I feel
Well,
like a
it's
bad
a
California.
place.
What?
It's a place.
Sure.
Did you grow up in Sacramento?
So I was born and raised in the Bay Area,
Oh,
and then we've
okay.
been back and forth to Sac and the Bay
Got it.
for a while.
Okay.
But I'm in Sac now, working in the Bay.
Yes.
That back and forth must kill you. I could never imagine driving 2 hours for a gig.
You seem like a very like studied and thoughtful person who like plans a lot. So it makes sense to me that you're like, yes, I do my 2-hour drive. Whereas you and I are sort of like, what are we doing? Throw it in the bag. How do I get there?
get it there.
Is this going to be 10 minutes away?
It's very that though. Like
Oh,
it
okay.
sounds like I've got it down to a science, and it's not that. I actually driving here. We got here last night, and at 2 a.m, I like woke up, and I was like, I forgot all my palettes, all my makeup. So we went to CVS this morning. Had to buy like all new makeup.
Did you go to the CVS that has the kimchi chic?
There's like no kimchi chic anywhere anymore.
Sold out.
Yeah. So no, I had to get Essence. I don't know.
I
Nyx?
the same Nyx. That's the same thing just happened to me when I was in Chicago and I went to the CVS and I was like, I guess Nyx?
Yeah.
Like I didn't know and I'm used to like TV paint sticks.
Yeah.
So I was like, I've never used like a normal foundation before.
Yeah.
How did it work for
rough.
you?
It was like the same. It was just liquid.
Mm.
It's just different. When you know what you're doing,
Right.
it's like easier.
Right. And it was actually good stuff. I'm like, I'm gonna actually just switch some of my stuff over, and it's cheaper.
Yes. Well,
So-
Nyx is like a pretty good makeup company.
Yeah.
People like give it kind of It's actually nice stuff.
Okay.
And there's another famous makeup company that uses the exact same formula and it's more expensive. Isn't that strange?
Say their name.
We'll not do it here.
Oh.
I'll tell you in the dressing room.
But-
Okay.
and you have the same theory about jeans.
Oh no, no. It's built in the same factory, but it's all one company. Sorry, Banana Republic, Gap, Old Navy, Madewell, and J. Crew are all the same company and they use the same factories. So when you're buying jeans from them, a lot of them have the same cut and same denim. You're just getting it at a different price point. I used to work for J. Crew.
I hate America.
I do too.
Monopoly?
So what do you do for a day job? Or are you full-time drag queen now?
I am like a full-time drag queen, but
Yeah.
also I still have a day job.
Oh no.
Wow.
I work at Starbucks.
Work.
I have a new coffee shop I love going to.
Say their name.
I won't do it. You're trying to get me in trouble.
I thought you were like all for name dropping.
No, I'm a demure
Alright.
woman
Oh, okay.
who loves
We're
liquor.
choosing peace today. I love that.
I have a curiosity about your drag. Are you an elf?
I'm everything.
Okay, where? Because I noticed a theme
Yes.
in the ears.
It's very elven.
Elven.
It ultimately boils down to like when I go thrifting and there's like the little clown dolls on the shelf that are like kind of haunted or a little sick and twisted. That's like the vibe.
Yeah.
Every time I see one of those, I like take a picture of it and I recreate the outfit later. Like those are my. I don't buy them.
Because you don't want to bring that
having
into
those
your
in my
house
house
You
would
don't-
be
yeah, you
really.
don't want
the
I can't
spirits
do
in
You
that.
don't need the demon to follow you.
No. Take a picture
Yeah.
and then make it later.
Yeah, I mean, your drag looks are incredible.
Thank
The
you.
They're always so
detail,
detailed.
They're always head to toe. They're really fantastic. But it's sort of like, even if you're doing like a Hilary Duff fantasy, you're like, is that Hilary Duff got bit by an elf and now she's sprouting ear? You know what I mean?
Right.
Like, there's always that. So I'm
Rise.
curious I'm curious if your character, like you always say that at the heart of every drag look you put together, it's
Clown.
yes.
Yeah.
And so I'm curious if yours, it's always an elf.
No. My brain's no, it's not there. That's not where I'm going.
Got
Or
it.
trying to. That's not what's like taking me there. Yeah, it's like the little thrift store dolls. That's like the only thing that I can like consistently cite reference to.
That's so funny. Do you make all these yourselves,
I
or do
do.
you have? Wow. When
I
did you
do.
learn to sew?
My grandma bought me a sewing machine like 10 years ago.
So she said,
Yes. And just YouTube. And I'm not very good. I'm still not like
okay, but the amount of detail on
well,
that.
that's the thing. It's like structurally this is not good. And so I just put a lot of trim and then more trim. Like this isn't even hemmed. Like it's just it's all trim.
don't
Well, that's
buy
the
it.
tricks of drag.
Right. It's just all more
I love it though. It's so
yeah.
good.
Thank you. Thank you.
Are you a theater person?
No. I did do theater in high school.
Okay.
Okay, so
Um,
yes,
But
but you've never heard of Wicked.
I've heard of Wicked.
But
I've
you've
just
never
not seen
seen
it.
it.
But do you understand the general concept?
It's like the prequel.
You're going to have a hard time.
I'm gonna
tonight.
go. I'm
I
gonna.
know.
Is it not the
Wizard.
backstory?
No, it is. It's the prequel.
Oh, okay.
yeah, sure.
What was your theater role in high school?
So our theater teacher always did kind of like copyright license free stuff. So we
Mm.
never really did anything.
It's like books
Noteworthy.
of monologues.
We did do Alice in Wonderland, but she changed it to Alice in Wondergate, and we made it like a
Why?
Why? Oh,
like
why?
we made
Golden
it.
Gate?
It was
Golden
like
Gate Bridge.
so we changed it to like a gated community instead of like
So she had something to say. She couldn't just be like, "Let the children play."
She
She,
had to
was
put
like,
a
"I have a
stank
statement.
on it.
But
I
I
gotta make a
think-
statement."
I
But she
think
was-
copyright was the main like. So I was
Who's
seeking out
copywriting
a high school theater?
a junior high production of Alice in
You would
Wonderland?
actually get in more trouble for doing Wonder Gate and changing it, right?
I don't know. Let's ask
Listen,
her.
why are we mad at that?
I don't know. Yeah.
Well,
So when did you?
because they hate Wicked.
So I was the rabbit.
Oh, that tracks.
Yeah.
So you said headpiece.
You
Mhm.
said
This is
silly,
gonna be who I am.
silly wabbit, join me down the spiraling spinning hole. What
But
is
then
it
in
called?
high school, you were down the rabbit hole. So, then in high school, you said no more theater, and then you got into what, like reading books or science or math?
I have always been like a musician, but yeah, I did not like theater. I thought the theater kids were like a lot.
Well, they are.
My favorite people in theater were actually when they like needed a straight person and they would yank someone from the football team
Uh-huh.
to like play the male lead. I always thought that was like the realest person in the room.
So you like
Sure.
art films.
So oh,
where the acting is different.
I thought it was fierce.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
when it was not theater kids. But besides theater, I've always done music. I grew up in a very musical household.
Oh, what do you play?
Everything. I started with drums. I learned how to play drums when I was like 5.
Whoa.
Wow.
My mom was a drummer. She was a rock
Okay.
drummer.
That's cool.
And so she showed me how to play drums and like how to record music. So really, really early on, I was like in the studio just making weird little songs, and I still have a lot of them too. And they're just these really strange, like visceral, like, I don't even know.
I'm so jealous of people that grew up in like artsy families. So when you came out as a drag queen, they were probably like, "Oh, that's fine."
No, they're actually really conservative.
Uh-oh.
My parents
How do you go
are.
from rock drummer to conservative?
My mother's a lot.
Drums for Jesus.
She was like a rock drummer and like toured with Def Leppard and like
Oh my
Judas
God.
Priest, and she had a really, really, really intense run in the music industry, and then called it. Became a born again Christian.
Oh, there it is.
And so now she's like she's very conservative. My dad's very conservative. So coming out as gay and like doing drag was definitely like a weird thing, but
Is it cool now?
it's cool now. We have our moments.
Yeah, of course.
We have our moments, but yeah.
What was the first time that you like did drag out in the world?
I started drag like 10 years ago.
As a child.
I was a small baby.
It's 2015. I was 18 when I started to like learn how to paint and stuff. And then performed for the first time at 19.
Where?
Badlands, Sacramento. And snuck in. I had to sneak in for a couple years to the bars.
Yeah, because you were 18.
Right.
But wait, but
Clock
normally,
that tea.
yeah, because normally as a drag queen, you can kind of just bypass
Yeah,
security.
no one
They don't
asked.
ever
No one
care.
asked.
Right, but
Don't do that.
in her
But
mind,
don't do
she's
that
still
because you could
sneaking.
get the bar in trouble. But it's
The week
People did it.
I was caught the week before my 21st birthday
You're
too.
kidding.
and you were
I
like, "What are you
was.
gonna do?"
No, literally. And so it was this one bar, and we would like, we would have the people who were over 21 go through the front, and then they would go to the back and like let us in because I was not the only one. And security like saw it on the cameras, and they were like, "We need to see all of your IDs, or you can't perform tonight." And so we turned it into this cluster where I was like, "Oh well, I have to go over here, and she's gonna go over here," and we were all just like kind of running in circles, and then we changed, and they never were able to really pinpoint like.
Those are the mind games we were talking about. Oh yeah, my ID is actually over there in my bag. Hold on.
Right. But then we were, so then we
Wig
were like
swap.
caught and banned, and then a week later I turned 21, and I was like right
Walking
back
through
at
that
it.
front door.
Yeah.
That's wild.
What were your first like drag numbers? Were they like as funny and kooky as they are now?
Yes and no. The first song I ever did was "Glam" by Christina Aguilera.
Okay.
Is that off Bionic?
It is off Bionic. Bionic was life
It's like
changing
the
for me.
best album ever.
I love
Bionic.
Bionic.
It was so good, and no one liked it.
I know.
It got panned, but now if you listen to it, you're like, "Oh, she was just ahead of her time."
Right. No, it was fierce. I was doing a lot of Marina and the Diamonds. It was that. It was that period. Grimes. What else?
And were you
An elf?
were you funny? Or were you like, I'm not I'm taking it really seriously?
It's always been kind of silly.
Yeah.
I've never been like I'm that kind
Right.
of. I don't know. It's always
Well,
been
you
kind
were
of
at
like
that drag competition I judged.
oh
What composition?
the Princess
Miss
pageant.
Princess.
Oh,
And
Was I that
was there the
bitch?
first. Well, to me, you were, and like to the judges, I kept on grabbing them, and they were like, "Oh yeah." And I was like, "Oh okay."
oh, that's cool.
Yeah, because you came out with some of the maybe you just came out with like more concept and idea than a lot of the other contestants, where it would just be like, "Oh, I'm gonna walk out in this one thing," and yours was like, "I'm gonna take this off, and you're gonna get a whole nother outfit out of me," and like, it was just better.
Clock that tea.
It was just better.
Storyline.
Did you win?
No.
I wasn't there the second week.
Whoa.
Did you?
Meatball
You won the
didn't-
first night.
Meatball didn't win
I
the
didn't.
pageant. She was
I didn't.
in
I
either.
was second runner up,
Oh,
and I tied with someone, so there were two second runner ups. But I won fan favorite.
there it is. And I was your number one fan. I was over there.
Oh, there was an actual category for fan
Mhm.
favorite?
I think they made it just for me.
Well,
Probably.
versus how Meatball claims fan favorite for the pageant just because a lot of people said she got wrong.
I never said that.
You literally said it at last week's episode.
No, I said I was everyone's favorite. I
Oh,
didn't say I
sorry.
won fan favorite.
My bad.
Jeez, get it right.
All right, well, let's take a break. We'll be right back.
Period.
You want to fight? And we're back. What, you buy one t-shirt and all of a sudden you got an attitude?
I have always had an attitude.
Sure. Did you go to art school or did you go to college?
I did like a year of college,
Mhm.
and then I dropped out and went to cosmetology school,
Work.
and then that's it. That's all I did.
And is anyone in your family Canadian?
No.
She has a very specific way of speaking that almost sounds like an accent.
Maybe it's like old school Sacramento talk.
It could be, but you clock what I'm saying.
I clock that tea.
You picked up the watch and you dipped it in the teacup.
Do I sound Canadian?
No, you have like a precise.
Oh, that was your TikTok.
Yeah,
Clock that tea.
clock that tea. Tease the wig.
They're so good. The newest one that you just had come out was like 2 drag queens leaving the club or whatever. And
Yeah.
it was all the goodbyes. And then, oh, we're going the same way.
Right.
Just
And like kissing the cheek
so
like
real.
10
Yeah, like,
times.
yeah. Which I hate. 1 cheek. We don't need to be doing the 2. My wigs are going to get.
I
in
think
my
we need to
face.
do 4.
I do this.
No.
I do this now.
Oh, high five.
No, don't even touch you. This is a gesture from across the room. It's sort of a wave, sort of an air high five, and sort of a no need to walk over here. We have a shared respect.
I don't even say goodbye.
Yeah.
I get texts from people being like, "Are you still here?" And I'm like, "No, I'm already in
If
bed."
I can, I dip.
Yeah.
But sometimes it's
easier.
impossible.
Yeah.
Oh, well, sometimes, yeah, you're both walking out at the same time. Or, you know what I absolutely hate? Sorry. Is when they go, wait, let's just go out together. And I'm like, what are we going to accomplish? Then we're going to be on the street and then go 2 separate directions? Like,
Right.
what?
You've got cats to get home to.
And also, I always park in the lot right there and everyone else parks down the block. So it's like, what's the point?
And then you end up getting stuck taking someone home.
That's what my biggest fear.
Yeah.
Your biggest fear?
Well, sometimes I have to take Johnny home.
Say
He
their
lives
names.
like right down the block, but
Right.
it's still the opposite direction of my home.
Right.
And it puts me in a busier part of downtown LA.
Yeah. Well, after Omen and I filmed that, I drove them home.
To Sacramento.
Maybe.
Ooh.
Do
Okay.
you see what I mean about the talking?
Maybe.
It's precise, and it has a playful lilt that makes you sound international in a certain way.
I'm a citizen of the planet. What can I say?
Go off. But let's talk about your social media. You
Yeah.
recently have started to go viral in certain communities.
Yes.
Sort of a IYK scenario,
Mhm.
making TikToks that are like about such a niche experience, which is like being a nightlife entertainer in queer spaces
Yes.
specifically.
Yes.
Why? What did you ever think you would be like making skits on TikTok or
No.
Instagram?
No, I hate social media. I feel really trapped now too. No, the general idea, I've always wanted to do like a film.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I don't know if you've seen Spinal Tap.
Yes.
I wanted it to be very that, but like for drag.
That's so
That would be so
funny.
funny.
Where like in drag we do so much to make it look really glamorous and like we're doing something grand and larger than life, but like at the end of the day it's chicken shit. Even when you're like at the top, it sucks.
Yes.
And you're getting around, you're not getting paid, you're traveling and it's awful and your car is breaking down and it's a nightmare like 24/7. But that's like what makes it fierce.
Yeah.
And so I've always wanted to do like a film, like a mockumentary that was like drag queens going on tour and it's just like the most chaotic, nightmarish tour ever.
That sounds awesome.
And I just didn't have the budget for that.
So
She
how I
whipped
make
out her
TikToks.
trusty dusty ring light and a cell
But
phone.
they all of them are so specific down to like when a person doesn't remember your name and they're introducing you on stage or
Right.
something. It's like, do those moments happen to you and you're just like, let me clock that and come up with a fun skit?
I just think like, after 10 years of doing drag, it's happened so many times. Like it still happens. Like even after I'll make the TikTok,
Yeah.
I'll like go to the bar and I'm like, this again.
Oh, shit.
I'm like, you don't even know.
Well, it's the things that you've made videos about are not knowing an entertainer's name and the person on the mic fumbling, a group chat about
That one is my absolute favorite.
getting
because
ready for a gig and
that
how
is the
drag
most
queens talk on
annoying
a group
thing.
chat.
Only write what needs to be said. Don't be in there being like, oh, I'm gonna kill you, mama.
It's gonna be an amazing
We're gonna have
night,
so much
and I
fun
can't
tonight.
wait.
You can't wait to work together. It's like, no, just yes, I'll be there on time.
Right.
Period.
Yeah.
period,
Poo.
poo. Getting paid from like some weird shady promoter or like corporate entity is crazy.
Yes.
I never understand why it's the hardest thing to pay the people who are getting the least amount of money.
Right, it's $50. I'm like, open the register.
Run me my coin.
Do a cash paid out.
Yeah, it's
I've managed
crazy.
businesses before. I know how to do it. I can walk you through it.
Wait, are you telling me some places don't? Oh, wait, no, I know that to be true.
Yes.
Some places don't just give you the cash the night of.
No.
Yeah,
And
we're
these
still
are
we're
like-
still in the trenches, girl.
There's
I
like,
like to just do that or like Venmo you guys.
you want to be immediately done with it.
Yeah, or I'll do the Venmo as soon as the as soon as the bar pays me.
I remember when I was living in New York, I tracked a promoter down for 5 months for $100.
He thought you'd forget.
Not based on our text history, which was every week or every 2 weeks. I'd say, "Hey, where's that $100?"
Crazy.
That's nuts.
It's unfortunate.
What's the longest you'd go without paying someone?
The longest I would go?
Yeah.
24 hours.
See.
Well, what if you were like doing a big event and like the money didn't drop for 7 days into your account?
No.
I think
Because you
did
should
I pay
coordinate.
y'all the next day or the same day for
you
Fat Slut?
paid us quickly. No, I think it was cash. I got
It was cash that night.
I got
yeah,
cash.
That's what I prefer to do because then I don't have to
It's
worry
just-
about it and I'm not fielding text messages.
Right.
all
And
day.
Yeah,
if you're
of
a good
course.
producer and a good promoter, you're like doing that work up front.
Yeah.
Like we
Oh
should
yeah, because I made Johnny count all the cash in the hotel room
Yes.
and then hand it out when you guys got there. I remember now.
It makes it easier and it's respectful and it makes people, feel taken care of.
Yeah.
Right. And I don't want to deal with it. Like I don't want to keep dealing with it.
Yeah, it's really annoying. Actually, that just made me remember someone hasn't paid me for a gig in Palm Springs from Palm Springs probably 2 years ago.
Kill them.
And then
Can
we
you
can-
say that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then we can listen.
I say kill yourself all the time.
To all of them.
To all of
Death
them.
to all of them. Then we can listen to a podcast where you and I try to figure out how she got away with it.
I
Right.
buried a bucket. I went back a year later.
Oh my god.
I have a Glock.
You have a gun?
No.
Oh, I do.
No, you're not.
Do you
yet.
really?
Not yet.
Oh. But you like applied for it?
Well, it's actually really easy to get when you just kind of walk in and buy it. I just don't know which one I want. They keep letting me hold them, and I'm like, this one doesn't feel heavy enough. This one's too small. This one, if it's under my pillow, I might shoot myself.
I hate this whole conversation.
Are there cute ones?
There are, but you have to order them. So they have like a catalog of really fun ones.
Okay.
But I want one that has enough flat surface on it that I can rhinestone it.
Right.
Yeah.
I feel like they should make ones that are rhinestoned.
They have glitter ones. They have ones that are glittery.
Get it.
But I want, well, maybe. I kind of want one of the real long ones.
Oh.
Maybe two.
Like a shotgun?
No, like Glock.
Whoa.
I hate it.
Do you have a gun?
No. And I'm the one with people threatening to come to my front door.
Stop!
That's real?
You need to get a Ring camera.
Yeah.
Do you ever feel unsafe in Sacramento in drag?
Yes.
Really?
Sacramento's terrifying.
Do you prefer to get ready at the gig or at home?
Home.
Okay, because that you just have everything.
It's yeah.
And you can show up in full.
Right. I
'Cause-
love to show up.
Yeah, you came done.
Done.
Because fully done is less scary
Then
than half.
Exactly.
Because you're like, am I a mascot? Am I an actor? Am I a drag queen? Am I a crazy person?
Right.
You don't know what you're dealing with. But if you're like, like mugged and weirdly padded, but under your jeans as you're like rolling your suitcase,
You'll get
you
killed.
you'll get killed. You feel very vulnerable.
But this is like so much more like people see you and they're like, ooh, because you
Yeah.
like you look like a little Disney princess, and
Yeah.
people are like here for that more so.
Did anyone catch you on your way here today, being like, "Oh my god, you look so good"?
No,
Mm.
no.
Rise.
Rise. So one last thing about your social videos.
Yes.
One thing I love about them is that they all, and it makes sense now you saying that you do music.
Yes.
Because the soundscape of them is really specific to the point of like sometimes you like it's like you're voicing over the audio. You're like
Yes.
lip syncing to your own really tightly
Mhm.
timed
Yes.
audio, and then you have all these like background voices, and it's so clear that you are curating it all. You're not like finding a funny moment out in the world. It's all
Right.
scripted. I love that, and
Thank you.
it gives them all like a really unified vibe.
Yes.
Did you obviously you do that intentionally?
Yes. Yes. I definitely like am at a computer with the microphone, like recording them all. And it's a very like insane experience because I'm doing every voice.
Right.
And then a lot of the times like my partner Sebastian will be in the room and I'll have my little headphones on and then I'm doing like the high pitched voices in the back and it just sounds really insane. Because I'm just like,
She's
yes, mama,
Fugly.
mama. Slay. And it's like it's really nuts.
So you record the audio first and then you take it into like put it on your phone and then take it out to the world.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. 90% of the time.
I don't get how TikTok works at all, so it's interesting to me.
Well,
It's-
you are just making short films and then posting them on these.
Oh,
apps.
you're doing all the editing and everything on your computer.
Pre-Instagram,
girl.
pre-TikTok, yeah. Because
Ah.
editing on Instagram and TikTok is
It's
really
challenging.
Yeah, no,
nightmare.
And you
just-
have
I
to
hate
like
doing that.
slide.
I prefer to use
got fat
Premiere.
fingies.
yeah, it sucks.
Yeah, I got an old phone.
I actually just spoke with a meta like expert.
They want to
like
give
a,
you those glasses.
like a meta. What does that mean?
The Meta glasses.
Is
Remember?
that a thing?
Remember Google Glass from ages ago, where they were like the glasses with
Right.
the little
Did that
computer?
happen?
Well, they happened, but then they faded away. Now Meta and Ray-Ban.
They're gonna do it.
No, they're already
do.
out.
They
They're
already exist.
everywhere.
I might get them.
So
Good.
you can take photos and you can film with them, and they'll search for you. So you can look at something and say like click it, and it'll like search the sign or the directions, or
Whoa.
you see a restaurant, you can like pull up the menu in your eyeglasses.
I don't like that.
That's a lot of people are gonna die.
You have to embrace your response to everything is kill them.
Kill them. People will die.
Or
Wait, are you a
or
murder
Vanessa
podcast girly?
Vanessa Hudgens. People are gonna die.
Listen.
It's inevitable.
When do you think you'll die?
Like at 47.
See, I used to say 37.
Are you 47?
Are
Yeah.
you 57?
No, my Wikipedia says I'm 54. How do you change that?
You have a Wikipedia? Oh,
It
you're
says I'm
famous.
54 years old.
Are
I
you?
said it said I was
I
37.
think they did it based on a blood test or something.
It said I was 37 and I went on Twitter and I said, "Can y'all change my age to my actual age?" 35. And what happened was someone
She's
went in there,
37. She's not 30.
switched it to 54. I'm 35. I'll pull out my ID.
That's crazy.
I know. So
You can just edit people's Wikipedia.
yes, it could say anything. You
Well,
can make
that's the whole
anybody
point
anything.
of Wikipedia. It's
It's crowdsourced.
It's publicly sourced. Yeah.
When I get home, you're finished.
Ah! Kill her.
Kill her. You won't even make it home because I have a gun.
Oh
Whoa.
my god. All right, let's take a break.
No,
We'll be right
let's
back
talk about my
after-
gun.
We'll be right back after this.